ever said why you and Jude ended up in foster care. I mean, you don't have to tell me. I just realized I don't really know your story.
My mom died in a car accident. And my dad was driving. He was drunk. And he ran a red light, hit another car, and some people in that car died too. So he went to jail for manslaughter. And there was no family to take us in, so we went into the foster system.
Is your dad still in prison?
I guess, yeah. I used to write him letters, but he stopped answering them.
Do you think he'll come back for you and Jude if he gets out?
No, I doubt it.
I wonder if that'll be a thing later on. I don't know.
It doesn't have to be my fault for me to feel bad.
Hey, I brought donuts.
No, that's comfort food. Thanks, man. Hello? Hey. They're taking my mom into surgery. So I should get everyone up.
You might take heat for is not calling for backup. Worst case, a day or two, suspension for both of you. So there's another issue, Mike. It's your drinking.
Come on. I've never had a drink on the job.
Yeah, but your after hours drinking is affecting your work performance.
I'll take care of it.
Thanks.
Right now, I need a cup of coffee, and I don't need 2 babysitters.
Please don't be going to take a drink.
Counseling can't fix what's wrong with us, Mike.
I thought that's what you wanted.
And you're a really good dad. But I haven't been happy.
Yeah. Lately, me neither.
Because I tried to make them good. But something was missing because I was not able to love you the way you loved me.
I don't understand. Why not?
Because she's
Because
gay.
I'm gay. I'm a lesbian. Sorry.
Why do people always tell news like this in a crowd?
For it taking so long to be able to say that and to accept before now.
My daughter's telling me to be quiet. I can't be quiet. I'm reacting. Oh God. He's doing exactly what I thought he was going to do, but hoped he wouldn't.
You're using me.
What?
He's not wrong.
Not exactly. I don't think you can help it. How you feel about Brandon. Don't deny it or I will get mad. Look, I get that it's forbidden for foster kids to hook up with other kids they live with. But it's not like they're keeping you. I can't believe I'm saying this. If you're into Brandon, then go for it.
I can't.
He's so
I don't
sweet.
understand.
Maybe I don't. I don't know you that well. Partly because you don't make it easy to. But one thing I'm pretty sure of is that putting your heart out there scares you a lot more than getting caught breaking rules. And if being here in this
He's way more
situation
understanding
isn't
than I
proof
thought
enough,
he'd
you
be.
gotta seize the day, and I don't know what is.
Talia gonna be there? I felt it.
She did great. We removed all the bullet fragments.
But not the bullet?
Well, believe it or not, it can be more harmful to take them out. So, in about an hour, we're gonna move her back up to ICU where you can all see her. We feel optimistic she's gonna make a full recovery.
Good, good, good. He smells the liquor, doesn't he?
I'm not doing this. I'm not getting involved with a married woman. Men like you You are just passing through, but this is where I live, Steph.
I told Mike, and I told my dad, and I told all of my, well, most of my friends. I told them I'm gay. I even used the word lesbian. I told them I met a woman that I can't live without, and I belong with you, Lena. It doesn't feel...
You had me at lesbian. No, don't talk, don't talk.
Will you marry me?
I thought you'd never ask.
Neither did I.
Don't ever scare me like that again.
Oh, my babies.
They're okay. Remember before this, when I asked you why you went behind our backs to meet with Anna? Well, I've been thinking about that, and I realized I don't think you even know why. What you were craving was more than just some supervised visit with your birth mom. You were wanting a relationship with the woman who gave birth to you, who you look like, who had it together now and regretted not being able to keep you. I know it must be hard to understand how your birth mom could have chosen drugs over you and your brother. I don't understand it. All I know is we chose you, and you chose us. DNA doesn't make a family. Love does. We love you. And that is never gonna change.
Oh, this episode.
So, they picked up Anna downtown. I'm gonna bring her back here to ID your boyfriend's body. She's saying she was there at the house at the time of the shooting.
No, she was with Jesus.
She says she climbed out a bathroom window. Women's shelter was close by, so, look, if she ran straight there, it's possible.
Are you saying she met Jesus knowing her boyfriend just shot his mother?
Point is, if she was there, she was a witness. If you have anything else you want to add to your statement, now'll be the time.
She did everything okay. I mean, I don't know procedure, but she went off in one room, he checked another, she happened to walk into the room with the person.
I cleared the first bedroom and then entered the second. It was dark, and I heard movement from across the room and a gunshot, and
What if
I was hit.
if she was there, what if she shot Steph?
Officer Foster said you tried to speak, but he told you not to and called for backup.
First thing I remember was being in the ambulance.
Okay.
You were drinking while Mom was in surgery. You know who does that? An alcoholic.
Don't walk away from me.
Get away from me!
Brandon!
I'm done with you.
Uh-oh, what are you gonna do?
If you ever go near my kids again, it'll be the last thing you do. Let's go home.
It wasn't your fault.
I shouldn't let us go in there. We should have waited, called for backup.
You know I wasn't gonna wait. I thought Jesus was in there.
I'm sorry. I wish it had been me.
Me too. How can I?
But she was there.
At the house?
The bathroom?
So she saw the shooting?
Doesn't matter. It was a clean shoot. Guy had a gun. He shot a police officer. He got what he deserved. She's probably lying anyway.
Good for you, Mike. Good for you.
Don't talk.
Oh no.
1199, officer down.
Mike shot him unarmed. Okay, guys, so that is the end of episode 9 of season 1 of The Fosters, and this was a doozy. So Steph got shot, and so the family had to deal with, I guess, the repercussions, like it says in a little summary here, of Mariana and Jesus and them keeping the secret about being in touch with her birth mother. Lena had a hard time forgiving them while life was in the balance, which I could totally understand. I know that she's like a mom, and moms are supposed to forgive their children for, no matter what, but, when you're scared, someone you love, like, could possibly die, all reasoning, like, goes out the window. And, yeah, so same thing with Brandon. Brandon blamed them too. He yelled at them, like, your fault. And if you want to place blame, then it's sort of all of their faults. Because they all knew. Brandon knew, and Callie knew, and obviously Jesus and Mariana knew about them being in touch with the birth mother. So, they all knew, and no one told Steph and Lena. So, they were kind of all at fault, I guess. But I'm glad that I was wrong. And sad at the same time, about their mom being the one who pulled the trigger, because she said she was there in the bathroom and she had to sneak out. Which is what she told Jesus, that that he wouldn't let her leave, and she snuck out the window. But I don't know. I mean, the way the timeline is, you don't know exactly when all this went down. So, in comparison to her meeting Jesus at the women's shelter. So I don't know what'll come of this. But I thought maybe she shot Steph and hot-tailed it out the window while the boyfriend dealt with Mike. But turns out that the guy shot her, looked like he kind of freaked out and dropped the gun, and it shot off a second time. And Mike came in and shot the guy unarmed 3 times. So that's not good. I mean, I could understand why Mike shot, because he heard 2 shots go off. And he walks in there, sees Steph on the ground, sees the guy standing there, he shot. But if he wasn't hungover, or whatever was going on with him with all this drinking that he's doing, he may have been more aware of the fact the guy didn't have a weapon currently in his hand when this happened. So, and maybe that's what Anna saw, and she's going to tell. And Steph probably is going to be in this position of either keeping this to herself, keep saying that it was a clean shoot, or to tell the truth. And it's probably going to come down to her, because who are you going to believe? A cop or a junkie? And 9 out of 10 times, you're going to believe the cop. And so, I don't know. I think Mike's future is going to come down to Steph. But I don't know what's going to happen. So that's why I feel sad, because Mike's going to get in some big trouble for this. And maybe lose his job, maybe do time. I don't know. So I'm really, really scared for Mike. This show had me very emotional. I was crying through about half of it, off and on. It was like this thing with Steph didn't make me cry, but when they read that poem, it brought me to tears. I couldn't not cry. So I don't know. I got emotional again when Steph asked Alina to marry her when she woke up and everything was fine. I got emotional again, I think, when Lena was talking to Mariana. Pretty much forgiving her of the situation and letting her know that she is loved. which she really needed because she was afraid they weren't going to want them anymore because of what happened. So, but there was also the thing with Callie and Wyatt. Wyatt was super sweet this episode. He saw the thing between Callie and Brandon. He didn't condemn them for it. He encouraged her to go for it. So I thought that was really understanding and really sweet. And that's something I thought that he would do. To be honest, I didn't think he'd be that understanding, but he really was great this episode. And Callie was ready to go for it. And then Talia showed up. Which I'm actually kind of happy that her and Brandon did not get together right now. Because I don't think this is a good time for them to get together with him being so sad and upset about his mom and the thing going on with his dad being an alcoholic. And yeah, so I was kind of glad Talia kind of squeezed her way in there. I'm sure that Brandon's the one that called her to, for, comfort. So, but yeah, like I said, I'm glad that it didn't happen right now. I mean, I am rooting for them in the future, don't get me wrong. But right now, I don't think it was the best time. So, Brandon is also done with his dad. I'm sure that's not going to last, but yeah, he's super, super angry, and he has a right to be. So, I think it's really good that Mike went to AA. He was on his way to a meeting for AA, so that was awesome. I hope he can stick with it and get better. Well, I really enjoyed this episode. I hope you guys enjoyed my reaction. If you did, please give this video a like. If you have any suggestions on anything you'd like to see, please leave that down below, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.